Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the Twin Flame energy update due to the Lionsgate 8-8, the portal. I would love for you to take a lot of this information down because it is gonna give you some hints or clues into what you should do going forward. Before I go into the reading, I want to say thank you so much for all of your love and light. I'm at now, sorry, 800 subscribers, and I just want to say I really appreciate it so much. And I never thought that my channel would just start to rise as the way it has. But when you're living in your truth, that is what happened. And I'm going to continue to provide the information that's going to help all of us and get all of us on our right path and journey towards our purpose. Again, if you like the video, if it resonates with you, like, share, comment, subscribe. My energy exchange information is in the description box as well. If you would like me to go deeper into your situation, I do offer readings as well. My services are in the description box, but I really want to dive into the reading. I am going to announce my next video who my 800 subscriber was, and you have won a free reading of your choice. So please make sure you watch the next video I post after this one, because I will post the name of the person who became my 800 subscriber. The last video I did post the person who became my 700 subscriber, and that person, Sultan T. I'm waiting on you to email me and let me know what reading you would like for winning the contest. So let's dive into the reading. So when I asked Spirit, give me information regarding the divine masculine and divine feminine in regards to Lionsgate. So I didn't split up the cards like I normally do, like, you know, the first row for divine feminine, second row for divine masculine. I did 8 cards, and I asked Spirit, my heavenly council, to guide me to give the information to you know, everyone that's on this spiritual journey, to be able to understand like the importance of what this Lionsgate is and what you need to do moving forward. So the first card that came out is Divine Timing, which I already just like smiled when I saw that card, because divine timing is at play. You don't have to worry about your connection because this is protected by the divine. And I know you've been hearing that a lot, and it is true. No one's going to come in and pull your masculine or feminine away and keep them forever. I feel like divine knows what, you know, needs to happen, and the separation is important so we can become better for each other, so we can grow for each other, so we can be better for ourselves, you know, because it starts with self first before we can offer that love to anyone else. And we have to remember that. So when we're done doing the work, when we're done healing, I mean, there's always room for improvement, always room to do more healing. But when we're at that point, we are going to be brought back to each other. I am also a divine feminine, so I'm going through the same things as you guys are in the collective. And you have to believe that divine timing is at play, and you cannot continue to keep, you know, reaching out, saving your divine masculine or feminine, because the divine has them going through this for a reason. They have them going through this, and you cannot get in the way of their karma. Like they say, sometimes you can be interrupting someone else's karma. Sometimes you just have to let them go through it, because then they'll understand and they will become a better person because of it. Okay, so don't get so frustrated with divine timing, because, you know, we never know why we're not in union right now, and it could be for you know, a great reason. You know, this separation is very important, and you should take it as like you know, going through the class, like learning the lessons and studying and just getting more in tune with yourself. The next card that came out is mirroring. So a lot of us divine feminines and divine masculines are mirroring each other. And it's like, you know, if I'm loving myself, I know if I'm giving myself all the attention I need, if I'm healing the right way, if I'm meditating, if I'm putting those unconditional loving thoughts out there, I know my divine masculine feels that. And right now with this energy with the Lionsgate, I know it's true. Like, you know how when you're in separation with your counterpart and you don't see them in your visions, right? And you, those of you know what I'm speaking of. And you know when their heart is starting to open up to you again, because then they start to show up in your visions, whether it be a twin flame, soulmate. That's how you know, like in 5D, you guys are really communicating. And this morning, like I woke up and I was just blown away, because not only once, but 3 times did my divine masculine show up in separate visions. And then there was a vision that my divine masculine showed up in on Monday, and I was just like, whoa. But it made me, I realized what I was feeling when I, awoke the next day, and it made me feel more unconditional for my divine masculine. Okay. And I know, I know if I'm going through this and if this is happening to me, I know for a fact, to some extent, my divine masculine is going through the same thing. And in that moment, I want you divine feminines or divine masculines, the energy can be interchangeable. I do not want you reaching out. Do not reach out. Like you see them in the visions and you're like, oh my God. And then you go into 3D and you're getting a totally different story. That means he's going or she's going through the work. When you're seeing that, the heart chakra is opening. Open your heart chakra so you can be open to love, and do the twin flame meditation so you can let your twin flame know that don't be afraid to come forth. I won't reject you. Just trust and believe. Just allow this to flow. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of mirroring, and of course a lot of us in the collective are in separation right now. But what a lot of us is realizing, that we really need this separation. Like today, for the first time, I was like, you know what, I'm not even tripping if I don't see my divine masculine soon, even though I've been seeing the visions, because I'm happy that the work is being done. And I think when you get to that point, it's like, man, I've grown so much. So you have to be able to love them enough in separation and allow them to go through the work and healing as you have. Okay. We have mask. With this, I feel the mask is coming off. I don't feel the mask is staying on, because we've already went through our cycles. So for the collective that I'm speaking of with this card, with one collective, we're not seeing any mask anymore, because we've already seen the mask. The mask is falling off because we now know, what we really are, what this connection is really about. And then with the other collective that's a little bit newer in your journey, the mask is on because they don't want to show their feelings. They can't be vulnerable. They have their childhood past wounds and things like that. So for example, my journey has been going on for 3 years. So I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. And even in seeing those things, I've still been able to be like, wow, why can't I stay mad at this person? Why can't, even in the worst of things, not being naive, but I still feel that unconditional love in my heart. That's how I knew this connection was different. That's how I knew something wasn't the same. You understand what I'm saying? And even though, like I said, my soul recognized my twin flame on our first meeting. So I know in my heart that things are coming to fruition, and things are going to come together the way they should. And I'm not going to get in divine's way anymore. I always will run to my divine masculine safety. I will always be like, what do you need? I'm here. No, I'm going to sit still. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm not going to resist. I'm going to surrender, and I'm going to allow the divine to handle what needs to be handled. Right? So the next card that came out is mute. So we know that with the separation, we may be mute, but there's a lot of things. If you see this here, the colors around the head or whatever, we know that even though we're mute, we're thinking so much, trying to manifest. We're saying our affirmations. We're doing our meditations. We're staying on a high vibration of love and light. Everybody, I don't know if you do and this happened to you, please write in the comment sections. But I don't know, a couple days ago, there was just this shift. And I remember I was so frustrated with my divine masculine because, again, a trigger had come up, and I had just snapped, even though I'm blocked, of course, that's just what it is. But I still emailed, I can't believe, and then just like that, I think when those, in the universe, when everything started to move around and shift, my whole energy level just went a whole different way. And it went back the next day, not even 24 hours, where it was unconditional love. It's okay. I love you no matter what. You didn't understand this connection, but I know you're understanding it now, or coming to some realization of it now. And now I feel we're slowly getting on the same wavelength. without even speaking. You can feel your twin. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they're mute, they're still going through this transformation in the mind, in the head. See it? And especially around the third eye chakra, right? All you have to do is see what you want. You have it in your face. Like, you'll have it there. See it, you'll have it. The next card that came out is commitment. Now, what's really cool is like all the bottom cards starts to reverse over. The top cards were like divine timing, mirroring, separation, the mask. And then now we're going into the walking of the lion's gate. Like, I was so blown away this morning. I was like, yes, like I was one of the lucky ones. Like, thank you so much. You know, and I'm just happy because it's like to see my divine masculine show up 3 times. That's never happened in one like sleep setting. Never happened. And I'm just like, wow, like this is just so beautiful. Like, I know I got like some of the information from like Jupiter 1111, Twin Flame Healer, Conscious Evolution. A lot of the readers, or you know, the channels that I watched, they were just talking about like the symptoms. You know, Alex Miles, there's Moonlight Healing Energy on Instagram. They have some really valuable information. And so when this card came out, I just smiled and I was just like, okay, like, all right, let's get ready to rumble. It's commitment. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm here for. And I know a lot of you guys are too, because the journey is not easy. And it's so like, you really, I know for us light workers, because that's what we are, we're getting prepared for our mission. And I know, you know, Spirit wouldn't have given us this task, or wouldn't have given us this journey if he, or you know, if Spirit or divine or your heavenly counsel, whoever you know, pray to, didn't think that we were up for this type of challenge, because this is not an easy connection. It's not. And when you go through your spiritual transformation, when you start to accept your gifts, and when you start to just be your true authentic self, you know, you've shed a lot of layers, and you've also come, you know, from worrying about what people are going to think about you, worrying if you're going to be accepted, worrying that you're not going to be called weird, worrying that, you know, people are going to shun you. When you get to this point where we are now, where it's like, you know what, I know I'm one of the 144,000 that's going to sit here and change this world and this planet through love, through speaking truth, through letting people know, you know, our gifts are real, our gifts are magical, our gifts are true. It's nothing dark, it's nothing to hurt anybody. And once people realize that and understand that, then they'll be able to accept more and more. And as you can see, there's more metaphysical stores opening up. You have more psychics just out on the street just doing their thing. And you have psychic like stores now. Like, it's so cool. And everybody's like me, I'm a Harry Potter kid. Like, I'm all about it. Like, I got a wand, like I got my pendulum, like I got all my metaphysical topics because I know how to use them. Like, it wasn't like someone showed me just magically, that I just knew how to use them. And you know, the same thing for you guys. Like, this commitment is on the way. Do not allow negativity to be around your space. You know, we're going through the motions of purging, releasing things that no longer serves us or grow us, and just go with the flow. Like, you know, in my job, you know, the job that I do, you know, it's really intense. I'm around sick people, like I'm around people with different attitudes, different emotions, and I'll sit there and just be smiling, just as calm as ever. But of course I have like a million crystals all over my body to make sure that I'm grounded and protected. But you got to make sure you stay on that vibration of love and light. Now, I'm not saying like if someone disrespects you, you don't have to, you know, give it to them one time, but choose the love and light words to use. And that way you're like, or they're like, I need to check myself. This commitment is coming, guys, and I really, really, really want you not to reach out to your divine masculine, divine feminine. Divine masculine has to reach out to you, because if you reach out to divine masculine when it's not time, it's just going to set us back. And I say us because we're collective. So you have to allow, no matter how much you miss your divine masculine, no matter how much, you know, you're tired of being away from each other, you have to let your divine masculine come forth when they're ready, because that's when it's true. That's when it's like the union is ready. The next card that came out is settling. But I don't get this energy of settling in a bad way. I get after commitment, like this is what I want to settle with. This is what I want, you know, this is what I've been waiting for. This is like the union. So you have the commitment, and then you have settling. Like, it's not like you're settling for something you don't want. It's like, you know what, I'm content. Like, this is what all of the hard work that we put in, we've come to this. So when settling came out, I didn't think of it in a negative light. I looked at it as, after commitment, I get it. Like, I'm settling down, and this is what we're gonna make as our is you know, we're home together. We're home to each other. Like, you see like the window pane and then like the bears there. I look at this not in a negative way. I look at this as, I'm home. I am finally home. In your arms is where I need to be. In each other arms is where we need to be. Right? The next card that came out is fall. So I'm really feeling like through August, especially after this Lionsgate that just felt so amazing, but through August, leading up into September, I'm telling you, like, these changes are happening. Even myself, like, just feeling the shifts, like the hands burning and like the tingling, like seeing the synchronicities today. Every time I looked at my clock, it was either 6:11, 4:11, 9:11, 5:55. On the train platform, saw number 8. I just started smiling. I was just like, you know what, man, like, this is so dope to be who I am, to be who we are. Like, we were picked for a reason. We were selected for a reason. And I know a lot of us have had really hard lives coming up. Even, like, we're all young, like, we're all millennials. I'm a millennial. We've all had hard lives coming up, more than what anyone could endure in their entire lifetime. And we still were chosen to do this mission together, to change the vibration of the world. And that's what I'm going to do. If it doesn't serve you or grow you, let it go. It's all about love and light. I always say that. So fall, guys, like fall. Like I said, I'm thinking, and you see like the 2 there. Oh my God, look at the 11 sign. I see the fire, twin flame. Like, I'm all over, like, looking at the like symbols of the card. So I'm saying fall, like, right, like now, like into September. But remember, make sure that you allow your divine masculine that time, that space. Still send healing energy, still do your visualization work, still do your twin flame meditation. I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off, because this union is going to be something beautiful when you guys connect. Because remember, we're already one, so we won. We're already one, so we won. That's all you have to remind yourself, okay? Now I'm going to talk about the twin flame messages. So these are the twin flame messages by Mystic Moon, and these are the messages from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. So the first card that came out, it says, I need more time to figure things out. So Divine Feminine is not like running away from the connection. Divine Feminine is just like, you know, I've decided to hold that love space for you in my heart, but I want to continue to live my life. I know what this connection is, and when it's meant for us to be together, then we will be. But right now, the Divine Feminine is just figuring out like her own flow. Like, you know, like, I want to have fun. I want to get out there and enjoy life, instead of like sitting around waiting for Divine Masculine. That's not the energy to be in. The next card that came out, You Inspire Me. So Divine Masculine has done a lot of beautiful things for Divine Feminine, whether you want to believe that or not. And that's about helping with the inner, like, child wounds, like the past life traumas, like allowing those things to come up with in Divine Feminine, and then Divine Feminine, like, getting the courage to face each one at each time. And I know that happened for me, and I was just like, whoa, like, I haven't spoken to my mama in 15 years. And 2 years after my twin flame and I were in each other's lives, that conversation that should have happened a long time ago happened. And I was just like, wow. And then I was strong enough to get through the entire communication process. And like, now we're like best friends. We're not, I don't say mom or daughter or whatever like that. Like, we're best friends, and we're working on being mother and daughter, like, you know, to that type of label. And we both agreed, like, you know, like, let's start off as friends, and then, like, let's just grow into our relationship, right? And now she can call me and we can like talk and kick it, and I don't feel like she left me out in the cold. I don't feel like she's a person that I don't know, if that makes sense. The next card that came out, I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. It's because Divine Feminine really wants to reach out to Divine Masculine, but Divine Feminine knows that Divine is really at, play here, Divine Timing, and it's just like, Divine has a hold on Divine Masculine, like with the dark, the Dark Night of the Soul, like the Divine Masculine is going through their transformation. The Divine Masculine is realizing, they're going through an awakening, like they're going through a lot. And it's like the Divine Feminine really don't know which way to go or what to say. The only solution is to just be still and enjoy life. Still stay connected to the Divine Masculine in 5D and communicate in 5D, which is really amazing, by the way. Like, that's the best meditation that you can do, because you actually conversate with each other. And when you're really in tune, you both hear each other. You understand? So the next card that came out, you've been in my dreams. What I tell you? What did I tell you? Yes. And I'm pretty sure Divine Masculine has been in Divine Feminine's dreams as well. Or Divine Feminine has been in Divine Masculine's dreams as well. Okay, you see that? The next card is from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. And it says, we will be together again. Because Divine Masculine is really going within and seeing like all of the drama with the karmic situation, but also Divine Masculine is realizing that that needed to happen for, for his or herself to be healed. And so now that the Divine Masculine is realizing what Divine Feminine really is to him or her, because at one point Divine Masculine thought he was put under, or she was put under a hex or a curse or something like that, because of the connection of how strong it was, how this person just came out of the blue. Your Divine Masculine probably wasn't looking to take the thing serious or fall in love with you or anything like that, and you didn't flip this man's whole or woman's whole life around. So yes, you will be together soon. Divine Masculine wants to say to Divine Feminine, I can't handle your words right now. It's not that. I feel like with Divine Masculine hearing from Divine Feminine, it just reminds them like what they've done, like how much they've hurt Divine Feminine. And for the Divine Feminine that's in unconditional love and like really on the forgiveness side, Divine Masculine really feels guilty when he hears his or her Divine Feminine. And for those who are, in the beginning of their journey and just really starting out, that heavy tense energy, that karmic energy, where it's like, that push pull, runner chaser, ghosting, blocked, this is what that card means. This is what this card means. I can't handle your words right now. And so instead of facing you, your Divine Masculine always just retreats until things blow over. The next card came out from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. I can still feel you. Yeah, because we're one. Whatever I'm feeling, my Divine Masculine feeling, and vice versa, right? The last card that came out, I miss you regardless of how things seem. Yeah, because your Divine Masculine could be all, styling and profiling all up on the gram or all up on social media. And when your Divine Masculine goes home and is alone and have to look in that mirror, it's like, wow, like I'm facing, the hard truth of what I've done, of what I'm running from. Like, how can I be able to tell people like, I'm spiritually gifted, or, Divine Feminine has brought a lot out of Divine Masculine. Believe it or not, even the spiritual gifts have like heightened just as well as they have within the Divine Feminine. And some people are not ready for that type of lifestyle. It's a special kind of lifestyle. You really gotta have heart. You really gotta have tough skin. You really have to be able to walk that walk and be your authentic true self and not care what anyone's gonna think. That's why I tell people I'm at the point what I don't care what anybody has to say or how they feel, because it took me a long time to create this that I am today. Not saying like, we're created from what we're created from, but I mean like in 3D, to where I don't care what anybody thinks or say. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do what I'm directed to do and destined to do. I'm going to follow my life path and purpose. And that's how this YouTube channel, came about. Okay, I can't talk about this to certain family members or friends because they think, I'm a little lost in the sauce or wacko. Then guess what? I'm going to connect with the collective that connects with me. And all 800 of you have been so amazing, have been so supportive and guiding and supporting me on my journey. And I could, I wish I could meet every last one of you. And hopefully one day I will, because I am going to do so many other things regarding the YouTube channel, having, seminars, having trips, like where all spirituals meet up and we like connect. Like, I want to do so many amazing things, and I know whatever I put out into the universe, divine always, supports me on my decisions, or give me something better if I wasn't thinking, high enough. Right? So, got a little emotional there. Sorry about that. So I pulled the Romance Oracle cards, and let's talk about what came out. So for the first card that came out, you got True Love. So it says, this is the romance of a lifetime. Okay. The next card that came out, Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I always say, duh. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then the next card came out, Let Go of Control Issues. We keep getting this card, the Twin Flame Collective. It says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So don't go meddling around with what divine is planning and getting in order for your divine masculine. Stay in your lane, work on your healing, and continue to go with the flow. Don't try to control everything. Okay? Sometimes the battles are not yours. And as much as we want to save the people we care about and love, sometimes they have to go through these tests so they can understand who they really are and stop selling themselves short when they are destined for greatness. Okay? The last cards that I pulled for you guys, I love my Lightworker Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. So I asked Divine to help me, communicate to the collective like what they need to do in regards to their spiritual path, spiritual journey. Now for the overall energy of the spread, we got we got Star Child. And I believe that's number 8. Lion's Gate. So amazing. So Star Child, number 8. So for the divine masculine, divine feminine, like there's no denying this. Like we are star children. Excuse me. And you really have to allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to understand this journey that we are a part of. Okay, so this is the overall energy. If you were wondering, here's your answer. You are a star child, whether it's crystal, indigo, rainbow, starseed, and indigo. They were the first ones, the first wave of indigos. Then it became the crystals. Then it became the rainbows. Then it became the starseeds. Then it's just so much. You guys gotta be looking this stuff up when I tell you about it, because it's really informative. Okay. So for the first card that came out, we got Initiation by Air, number 24. Initiation by Air. So let's read that card and see what Initiation by Air is talking about. I believe I read that before, but I know you know, with the collective, you guys be wanting the good information so you can know like what's going on. So it says, initiation by air. You have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you too take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind developed without a loving spiritual practice can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating word. How will you choose to use your mind power? So at the end of the day, like, divine is telling you, like, we all have gifts. How will you use your gifts? How will you accept your gifts? How will you help others on their journey? Like, this is what I do to help you guys. It's all about people helping people. And even like when I made the comment about like having to get an iPad because it didn't have a fan, and like, you know, it wasn't cheap, but it didn't matter to me because it was like, you know, I'm doing this from a place of love. And if you want to donate to the channel, you know, to support my channel, that's awesome. But if you don't, just by you watching, just by you subscribing, just by you understanding the information or reaching out and writing to me and getting more clarity, that's showing me that I'm doing my work. So why not invest in something that's going to ultimately help all of us? How are you going to be able to hear me communicate and give the word through fan? Just going all off in the background, right? So the next card that came out is Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. That's number 9. Turn it around for you. That's number 9. Okay. So, where's my little book? Okay. Let me turn right to the page. So, Wisdom of Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envision a very different life for yourself to what you are experiencing now. I sure did. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as reality if you are willing to grow into what you desire to become, what you seek. Surrender any plans about how you can best manifest your dreams and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through your experiences each day. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all you are meant to be. So, like, what have I been talking about? Like, stop resisting, go with the flow. Divine is really over us, like guiding us, watching us, supporting us. And like I said, my dreams and visions, ever since I was a little girl up until about 3 years ago, was music, changing the world, and like moving my parents away from like where we live and put them like in a big house. Like, you know, that's just normal. Never would I thought that I would be doing this. And I've always had spiritual gifts. I just didn't have the right guidance, and my gifts were like all out over the place and out of control. And so I also rejected them because I didn't understand. Like, at first I would be like, oh man, this is cool. And then as soon as someone would freak me out, I'd be like, yep, you know what, I'll pass. So at the end of the day, you just have to really go with the flow. And like, I am amazed because even the person I was a year ago, I'm so much wiser. So much growth has happened, you know. And I keep looking back. The person that when I moved to New York from Chicago, I'm not that person anymore. Completely different. Yeah, I still have like my little cool ways about me, like my little jokes. Like I'm hilarious, and like my I do really good impersonations, you know, like cool stuff like that my family will just know and my friends will know. But just in general, like, on a deep level, mental, not the same. The next card that came out is Hold Your Center, and that's number 34. Hold Your Center, number 34. And I haven't pulled this card before, but let's dive into 34. Hold Your Center and see what that's talking about. Let me see. 34. Come on, 34. Hold your center. Okay. So 34, hold your center. So it says, have you been rushing out to meet others? Trying to, hold on, these words are so small. Okay, here we go. Have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own willingness and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries, to find your ground. Firmly place your feet there and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree. Let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold your center with commitment, courage, and cautiousness. So this is like really telling you about, like self-love. Like me, I used to always be like that. Like I used to always be a people pleaser. Like I couldn't say no. I just wanted to make sure everybody was happy, and I just wanted to make sure everything was going right. And I really had to check myself about that, because I didn't care about myself, and I didn't understand at that time. I was a light worker, empath. So I didn't understand that was the reasons I would put other people's feelings, emotions before my own, and I would just be home just depleted, but I didn't know the words for it. So you have to learn when to say no, how to say no. And I thought it was really beautiful when my Nana asked me 2 months ago. She was just like, how do you say no? And I laughed, because fast rewind to when I was a teenager, this was the same conversation she was having to me about picking wise friends, about not being like so, open with my heart. And it's amazing. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not want to do something. It's okay to preserve your energy so you're not depleted, just so, your friends want to drag you out to the club. If you're not feeling it that time, then you're just not feeling it. If you want to, me, I can go for a couple hours. As soon as I get my little buzz, like, all right, I'm out, guys. Like, I move fast. I'm out. I can only be around for a few hours. I'm not going to sit there for 6 hours and be in a club. For what? 2 drink minimum. Boom. I'm out. So, this is the reading I have for you guys. I want you to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have any questions, please email me. My email is in the description box about this reading. If you want to know about your life path and purpose, I do offer readings. You can look for that information in the description box for my services. Again, also my energy exchange information is in the description box as well. And that's being put towards my iPad that I got. And what else? And even if you can't do an energy exchange donation, I'm cool with that. Just subscribe, like, share. And it's just us passing the word, us being strong with each other, especially during this time. And this Lionsgate for the Twin Flame community is beautiful. I'm telling you, if anybody this week get into union with your twin flame, please leave me a comment in the comment section. Or if you broke up with somebody and you it thought it was over, it was done, and you guys got back together, leave me a comment in the comment section. Other than that, my next video, I will be posting the winner for my 800 subscriber, and I'll do this every 100 subscribers. So every time someone becomes the 900 subscriber, the 1,000 subscriber, I'm going to do a free reading for you guys. You pick whatever reading you want, or if you want distant healing, it's your choice, whatever you want. So with that being said, love and light, guys. I will talk to you soon.